ordinary guy who was studying to be a historian. But that's not a big deal these days. Higher education means nothing in this country. It is almost impossible to find a job, and all those employed are still very poor. Public organizations get shut down, incessant staff reductions, write-offs, and poverty. On the other hand, oligarchs and their friends hold power with an iron grip. In their personal interests, they switched everything to private rails. The country was divided and sold. Despite having a diploma with honor and a completed dissertation paper, I had to become a stash man. A stash man works hard, but can earn good money. In this damned world, money decides everything. You just cannot survive without it. Still, existential despair, ethical hopelessness, and inner decay are killing me. I wish the world were different. At least a little.
어머? 어머?
I studied to be a historian in order to devote more time to researching great revolutionaries and
이
anarchists of the
새끼가 나야?
past, as well as in the hope of finding out how we can change the world today. All in vain. There are only few people like me now. We are too scanty to change anything. But maybe I got lucky this time.
왜?
This is Semyon Mikhailovich, my neighbor and an inveterate alcoholic. When drunk, he talks all sorts of nonsense about the time machine and pretends to be a great physicist who studied in Germany. At least I thought it was nonsense. Until I put his wife on my cock one day. Natalia Ivanova, an elderly woman, used to seek solace and, believe me, she did.
어머, 헛소리야, 헛소리.
I wonder how many people should be executed before Beria is accused of being a butcher. And at what point do we finally execute him
Goodness.
because of it? He has too much influence now. And these thoughts stink like damn rotten capitalism. Lenin would have turned over in his grave 3 times by now.
뭐 이런 역사 같은 얘기 모르겠고.
Fucking fuck! NKVD! There's a spy! Shoot him!
왜? 넌
Well, wait a minute. You're naked. Why on Soviet land? There's a naked guy in my office, and he wants to rape the general secretary. Call for Comrade Beria right now. This is treason. State treason. Well, yes. Your shirt too doesn't look at all terrifying. Even Malenkosting is more impressive. Though he's never been famous for his...
이런 걸 아니 I came from the future.
You are talking nonsense, and I should mention that you're looking less and less intimidating. In fact, you don't look intimidating at all. You just took me by surprise while I was lost in my thoughts. And if you value your life, though it will be short of course, believe me, I can make it even shorter. So, You've chosen death then. You are lucky that I have no gun in my pocket. Alright, I can give you another choice. You wanna be shot in the head or in the heart? I can also shoot your nutsack off first if you wish. I will make you scream like a little girl. That's nothing new. Not surprised. I'm already old, my dear boy. Of course he will. I didn't take him in hand for nothing. Me and Nikita Sergeyevich had a conflict in the past, but we settled it. And talking about Comrade Georgy, he's not far-sighted enough, and he understands it. She always was a romantic person with a passion for new.
얘의 가족사를 왜 내가 다 알고 있는 건데?
Well, Khrushchev had a bald head, so your rule doesn't work. What? Stop. How can you know this indeed? Who are you? What was the name of my father? Why was I expelled from a theological... You know, my father regularly beat me and my mother. I... How old was I when I lost my virginity? In your time, it's probably not... When was my first time with... Okay, last question. What I did to Roosevelt when we met at the Yalta Conference in 1945, I've never told this to anyone. Okay, maybe you are from the future, or maybe you're a cunning liar. Anyway, you know too much. Don't worry, my dear. You have no chance of surviving through the night, so we can just take our time For sure, yesterday, a maid wanted to help me too, but she had a Mauser in her hand. She was dashing about as fast as lightning, wild and bold. She wanted to kill me. She wanted that so... But she left my office in the morning with her bottom falling out. Beria overdid it. And 1 day later, she was executed. But it doesn't matter now. Let's... But before, Comrade Time Traveler, please bend over and cough. I need to check you for spyware.
뭔가 얘를
You know,
도와야 되는
Comrade
것 같은데?
Traveler, I received some interesting materials yesterday. I'm curious what you may think about them, and you can compare them to your time. Don't rush. You have enough time to study the details. Firstly, tell me something. Is
아이고?
that's not what I asked.
세 줄 이상 읽고 싶지
The
않아.
author of the materials I mentioned before has built quite an interesting logic consequence. But at the same time, I sometimes think that communism is desirable, but
어머.
almost impossible to reach. There are some methods. There really are. As you might know.
어떡해.
Exactly. You may not be... Magic, dear, is a delic...
이 뭐하는
Exactly.
게임인
You
건데?
only want that power. We will analyze. We can study. The USSR has no enemies. There are only... He is alive, but in a coma. Even the bullet eventually turned out. Knowledge, anyway, is dead to the rest of the world. Any questions or suggestions? That is a fair point. You know, we have to implement this limitation. Not exactly because of it. Please. Exactly. You don't want to, and I understand your fundamentally. Yes, it's the cost of peace and stuff. They were, unfortunately. I'm not seeking your hand, including people, Thursday, opponents of the body. Yes, we could not leave a single. I suppose. Absolutely.
살려줘.
Bitch, if you won't tell us how to stop repressions, I will strangle you, motherfucker. Come on, tell us, you asshole. We need all this for the people. Everything for the people.
엄청나게
Stalin
쌍욕하고
never
있는데?
changed. Only one time traveler could render any significant impact, and as a result, Stalin decided to abandon repressive measures and organized civil freedom awareness programs. He promoted the freedom of expression, speech, religion, thought, and the list went on.
I worked really hard on it. By the way, I even changed the government and sent Beria to his desert rest.
Freedom was labeled as the basis of communism, its core, by the senior management. Moreover, only a truly free person would comprehend the ideas of communism. And then people felt real freedom and decided to organize the communism. The real communism. There appeared some revolutionary trends in the country. Stalin decided to hold a referendum on the state's reorganization. Despite this, he was executed on the Red Square during the referendum opening ceremony, alongside the time traveler.
When someone shoots you, it hurts.
The result of the revolution was a quick change of regime. The supporters of the oligarchic system took power into their hands. The country was divided into spheres of influence, which were headed by criminal authorities and oligarchs.
It is sad. I wanted the best, but it turned out, well, bad.
엥? 이게 뭔 개소리야? 이 뭐지? 미연씨 같은 건가? 무슨 게임이지? 아... 이게 무슨 게임이지? 아, 되게 어려운 게임인데? 역사도 알아야 되고 사상에 대한 단어도 알아야 되고 뭐 하는 게임이지? 도대체 왜? 그 선택지에 따라서 말이 막 바뀌는 것 같은데. 뭐지? 아, 선택지를 잘 골라서 역사를 바꿔보세요. 아, 그렇구나. 미연씨구나. 아, 정신이 혼미해.